Welcome back to How About That Crypto. I'm your host, Bitcoin Stylist on Twitter and Bitcoin Hairstylist on Instagram. You're watching daily crypto news and updates in 10 minutes. Today we're going to expand on regulation risk from our episode from yesterday. If you didn't watch it, go back and check it out. It's important to understand risk before investing. No investment is safe and smart without understanding the risk. Is this crypto stuff going to happen? Well, adoption and regulation are the key to understanding this. So I'm going to dive into the RIPPLE Labs the RIPPLE Labs versus SEC lawsuit. And if you stay till the end, there are some coins that I'm hunting, and I'll give you one of them at the end. All right. So that's a lot to unpack, but before we get into it, just want to be clear and litigious. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You can use this information and all the links that I provide, which are down in the comments on the YouTube channel. And also I put the links on Twitter. You can use that as a platform to jump off and do your own research, because I am not telling you what to do. I am here to inform you and help you understand what's going on. All right. Please like, comment, give me feedback. If you want to support me, please click on the link tree in the Instagram. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It helps support me. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you to all those who have helped me get started with a few followers and subscribers. The feedback is the most important thing right now. Our mission at howaboutthatcrypto.com is simplifying and making more accessible the world of Web3, crypto, and digital assets. Today's edition of Daily Crypto News and Updates in 10 minutes with your boy Bitcoin Stylist is all about regulation risk explains. I'm going to go into understanding what is the real regulation risk here, especially when it comes to the SEC. So if you don't know, the SEC is the Securities and Exchange Commission. They are considered the cop on the beat or the top cop for Wall Street. So they focus on mostly stocks and bonds and anything that you can buy. If a company issues it, they regulate it, and then maybe some more. But for the purposes of this video, that's the most important information. All right. So just to give you a little bit of background, and remember, this is so important. This lawsuit that's happening, it's been going on for a year, is going to set the precedent for all crypto, and I'll tell you why. But first, I'm going to tell you, hours before resigning, because when Trump lost in 2020, there was a changeover in power, and Jay Clayton was the chairman of the SEC at the time. And hours before he resigned, he signed off on this lawsuit, which is a little weird, okay? $1.3 billion sale of XRP token. So Ripple Lab issues XRP token. And for the purposes of this video, if you're not familiar with it, just know that there is a company that issued a token. So one of these tokens, it could be Ethereum, it could be anything really. So according to the SEC, they violated securities law, which says that if you sell stock of your company, you have to give disclosures, you have to register with the SEC, you have to pay fees, and then there's all this information you have to give to investors. And so what is a security? A security, like I said, is a stock. Well, the argument here is it a stock in a company? Is the coin a stock in a company, or is it a commodity like cash? Can it be used for purposes? When I use Ethereum to buy Axies on the Axie Infinity sidechain or the Ronin sidechain, but when I want to play the game Axie Infinity, I have to buy Ethereum so that I can buy that stuff. So that there's no stock expectation of profit or anything like that. It's just I'm using it as cash in their ecosystem on their network. So SEC hurt Ripple when they filed this lawsuit. The values tanked, but guess who else they hurt? Investors. And the SEC's job is to protect investors. Well, how does this happen? All right, so basically, Ripple Labs issued their token back in 2013, and it was a while back, 2014. So they issued their token, and then so they okay, sorry, I got a lot of information to give you. Okay, so they issued their token and it was called an initial coin offering. Sounds very similar to an initial public offering, like when a stock goes public. It's like, oh, we just, went public today on the New York Stock Exchange and rang the bell, ding, 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 and now you can buy shares in the company. Well, that's basically what Ripple did. That's what the SEC is saying. And quite frankly, it does sound to me like they did use that money to build their business, which sounds exactly like a public offering. Crypto people, don't get mad. I'm just saying that's what I think. Okay, so what's the rub here? So let's get down to it, Robert. It's already been 5 minutes. Okay, so there's been no guidance on crypto projects. There's been many attempts by crypto companies to ask for clear regulations with nothing. And all of a sudden there's this enforcement case, and now everyone's like, well, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to help us understand the rules? And so in 2018, at the time, the SEC Director of Corporate Finance, William Hinman, he said that Ethereum is not a security. So the industry assumed that was, they've been basing it off of the information they've been getting from the SEC. So according to a lot of these crypto companies, they feel like they're, not falling into this category of being a stock, so they don't have to go through the same steps. They're considered a commodity, which is regulated by a different organization. It's called the CFTC, Futures Trading Commodities, whatever. So CFTC, they regulate commodities. So that's like a lot less regulation needed. And so they've been working on that. So Ripple Labs is saying that they didn't know. So they're using this fair notice defense, saying you didn't give us enough notice, we didn't know, you had plenty of time to talk to us, and we had this information from your predecessors that we shouldn't worry about it based on this information. And well, if the SEC wins this case, that means that crypto is a security or a stock. If Ripple wins the case, it's a commodity. The SEC wins, that means that all the other coins are going to probably have to register, they may have to pay fines and give disclosures, and if that happens, fear is going to grip investors and participants, and you're going to see the market go down. That's my prediction. And I believe also if that something like that happens, that could be unfriendly to the growth of the sector and innovation, because everything would kind of halt in the tracks and have to deal with all this stuff, which I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying, if this happens, my concern is that our race against China in technology, it could significantly hurt the U.S., especially at a time like COVID, where we're trying to get out of a mess in a new industry and technology, and this is really a great way to really get the U.S. going and put money in everyone's pockets, and not because they invested, because the economy is going to be booming with jobs and cash is going to be flowing and people are going to be out spending money and enjoying their lives, and so that's just my prediction. Okay, so where are we now? The SEC refuses to follow judge orders constantly, and the judge is getting impatient with the SEC, and the interpretation of court documents, they show a lean in favor of Ripple. If you kind of read through them, the judge allows people to listen into the case. She allows amicus curiae, which is friend of the court, basically meaning that people like myself, an XRP holder, can get involved in the case. And the judge finally is now forcing the SEC to hand over these documents of this speech that William Hinman, that I said earlier, he said that Ethereum is a security, and now there's been a postponement of depositions for a month because of Omicron. So that's where we're at with all of that. So basically, is crypto a security? Is it a stock in a company, or does it have utility like cash? Well, I would say it's both. I think it's somewhere in between. So this case is going to be interesting. Hopefully, it doesn't go all the way in favor of one or the other. I do think that without some form of understanding, a lot of investors won't want to get into it. So that could really hurt the space from growing. And if you own any crypto, it'll prevent your crypto from really getting the returns. So we don't necessarily want the SEC to completely lose, but we definitely don't want them to completely win. We want we want somewhere middle of the road where it's like, if you're going to do an ICO, you're going to sell your tokens for the purpose of building your business, then you should probably do some sort of security thing where you do the disclosures and stuff. But as it becomes a security, or as it becomes cash and it can be used in an ecosystem, then something needs to change. Now, what is that? I don't know. I'm not a regulator. I'm just here to let you know. All right, that's basically the end of the 10 minutes. Thank you for sticking to the end. And just a little bonus material here. One of the coins I'm hunting is called TFUEL. It's Theta TV, THETA.TV. Is supported by the Theta blockchain, which allows users to earn its native TFUEL token while watching or streaming content. It's basically, it's like Twitch or YouTube or blockchain, and Samsung is putting it in their Galaxy S20 phones, and they're putting in the Samsung Daily app, and it's going to be in 75 million smartphones and tablets. So if you want to talk about adoption, that's huge. So I'm checking that out. I'll keep you posted on stuff like that in the future because I know some of you want to know. But until then, please like, subscribe, comment below. I need your feedback. It helps support me, and it doesn't cost you anything. All right. Have a good day. Hodl on.